guys, and welcome to Sunset Film Alliance. Today we are going to be talking about some custom color profiles I've made for Panasonic cameras. So this is Rec 709, the standard sort of color profile you'll be seeing. This is normal looking stuff right here. Skin tones look normal, everything else looks normal. So let's go to another specialty picture profile that this camera has before going into my custom ones that I made. So this is CineD V2, basically a more cinematic type profile where certain colors are given a little punch in the contrast. More dynamic range is enjoyed from a sort of less contrasty base image before they push up the contrast. And then certain colors are tweaked in certain ways to make a more cinematic image, like for instance blues shift towards cyan, and yellows are a bit more saturated. But yeah, this is CineD V2. Older cameras of Panasonic will have a profile called CineD V. Let's take a look at my first custom picture profile. Alright guys, so this is custom picture profile 1 that I call, and I call this Cinetone. Yes, it is trying to mimic Sony's Cinetone picture profile. So basically this picture profile is a very cinematic smooth rather than cinematic contrasty picture profile, in stark contrast to CineD V2. I will have all the settings for each of these picture profiles in the description below if you guys want to try it out on your Lumix cameras. Some settings may not be available, some may be available. It depends on how old your camera is, but most modern Lumix cameras have the exact same settings. Let's move on to the next one, and you might see it may be a lot more contrasting. Alright guys, so this is Classic Chrome. Is it the same name as a Fuji film simulation? Yes, because it's trying to mimic Fuji's Classic Chrome, where the colors are desaturated but there's high contrast, so it leads to a great look for urban areas. Of course, this is only a semi-urban area. It's pretty wooded here, even though we're in the middle of Washington, D.C. But, as you can see, it mimics Classic Chrome alright, as well as I can do in Panasonic cameras, at least. So, well, let me know what your favorite is in the comments. Let's go to the next one, which you'll find a lot more colorful and a lot less contrasting. Alright, so this is Astia. As you see, the saturation's extreme. This grass looks neon green, but there's very low contrast, leading to a very interesting look that is not seen on most cameras. It has an okay dynamic range, not that good compared to the other profiles, but you lead to these very naturalistic looking landscapes, or more kind of just vibrant. Does it work well on skin tones? I don't know. It seems to push them a bit towards the orange or yellow side, so I would not use too much with skin tones, though it is a pretty good profile. And it of course mimics Fuji's Astia film simulation, which is known as their soft film simulation. I would just call it low contrast, high saturation, but Astia is a more roll off the tongue name than low contrast, high saturation. Let's move to one that just gives a sucker punch to this contrast and also the saturation. Alright guys, so this one's Velvia. High contrast? Yes. High saturation? Yes. Pink skin or yellow skin? Yes. Is it good for people? Absolutely not. Is it good for landscapes? Maybe. So this is a very specific profile which you don't really want to use for landscapes and maybe some architecture, although architecture lends itself better to higher contrast but lower saturation, such as Classic Chrome. So Velvia is of course based on the slide film, which is based on the film simulation, and so of course that means I'm trying to mimic Fuji again. Let me know how I did in the comments, and do you like this one? Does it make me look like an alien? Does it make the background look completely crazy? Let me know your thoughts below. And let's move on to the semi-final profile that I've made. Alright guys, so this one is trying to mimic Bleach Bypass. And of course it gives a weird Bleach Bypass look where the colors don't look quite right and the colors kind of look sickly. When would I use this? Maybe in a dark movie, but other than that I really wouldn't use it at all. if you guys like this effect, then go ahead and do it. I did it to look as close to the Bleach Bypass effect as much as possible with Panasonic cameras, although that effect only goes up to 6400 ISO, which is why I made this profile, because it's a lot more flexible and you can use it in any mode, which is great. So let's move on to the last picture profile, which you will find is horrible on purpose. Alright guys, so this is the last one while I'm getting eaten alive out here by mosquitoes at the end of summer. I am so glad when these little things will just drop dead from the cold weather. But this last one is called Camcorder Style. What was that voice crack? I don't know. But as you can see here, it is crushing the darks and blowing out the highlights with weird colors all over. So if you know anything about older camcorders, they had a horrible color, but the only thing going for them was high resolution and crazy sharpness, most of which was fake from sharpening effects in the camcorder. So yeah, if you want a horrible video that looks like this, go on ahead and use this picture profile, but I think the other ones will suit you way better, even Bleach Bypass. So I hope you enjoyed that video, and with that, I'm going to leave you to it. Like, comment, subscribe if you'd like to, and I'm going to release a new one when I have a new idea. See you guys in the next one.